Hello and welcome to another episode here on Yuan Bo, episode 13, and this is going to be more of an episode of management, actually. So I have 3 caravans because, of course, Zhao Ming had 2 caravans. I have the possibility of having 2 active caravans, which is great. So I'm going to set some caravan routes to Marienburg. I'm still, by the way, I don't know by heart the rewards. I know some of the rewards by heart. I actually want to test all the rewards here, kind of for you, to see what comes up. Okay, so I cannot dispatch this because I haven't elected a place. Okay, where should I go? Barakvar? No, I've been there. No, well, I can go there. Or I can go Nuln, perhaps. Nuln would be nice. Or Jizere. Because each one of these places has a specific reward in the end. Let's go for Jizere. Should I? Yeah, it does have a lot of bad encounters. So I'm thinking that Myrmidons is actually better. It's a 5-turn journey. Maybe I'll get an extra unit or 2 in the middle. And who knows, that's better. Yeah, let's go for the Myrmidons. Spoiler alert, it will prove very useful because of the reward. But yeah. So let's go matters of state. I still don't have... I have 4 turns to rest construction. I do have the crackdown, which is quite nice. Structured operation, I mean, that's one of those that seems nice, but I'm not finding any use for it, actually. I rather prefer not to do too many agent actions. Usually those are, if they didn't cost gold, if it was a different resource, like 1 action per turn, 2 actions per turn, increasing with the number of capitals or the number of settlements, that would be much better, because then people would use it. But I feel, and even the AI, I feel like tying it up again to the gold, although I know it makes sense, but still, it makes people not go for it. So in terms of buildings, I'm going strictly for anything that balances out yin and yang, so that I can have those in income. Yuan Bo already went down, and I'm gonna use this awesome ability to get the ancient city of Quintex province to improve its happiness, because it was about to rebel, that's for sure. So now we have to do it. Now I'm having to recruit some units here. I want to recruit some Onyx Crowmen, which is sad because I deleted a lot of units on the Confederation, but that's a couple of turns ago. Okay, let's do this. There we go. And I'll show you in just a moment what types of army compositions I'm thinking through, so that you have an idea. So Ming Fan is over here, Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna check the type of composition here on the other monitor, which I'm not recording, so sorry if it's not visible. But I'll show you the everything later on. So what I want here is maybe the missile units, because I have almost nothing what I want here on these armies, So I'm thinking giving the Jades and the Peasant Artists to him, giving these sort of gunpowder units here. Then the Flyers for him. Do I want the Jade Lancers? I don't know. I kind of like having the Flyers, Celestials. Yeah, I can give you this. Yeah, more of a gunpowder, Flyers, and then the other one has more of a traditional army with Jade Warriors and Jade Warrior Crossbowmen. So yeah, I think that's cool. I likely would... the problem with the Jade Warrior Crossbowmen without shields is that I would likely just deploy that. Delete those units, but oh well. So, Lustrious Front. Yuan Bo is completed. That's his final army. Let's see if it works. If I need to upgrade it, it's fine. Juntu is out to refit. That's the army that I want him to have. He still doesn't have that sort of army, but I want some cheap armies over there. Now, Yan Xianyu doesn't have anything that I would want, so I'm gonna build another army for her after Marathi, and it's based around the legendary hero as well, so lots of bonuses for the missile units and for the constructs. So yeah, that's the sort of idea that I want to have. A lot of micro here on this army. I hope it's not too much. Then on the Cathay front, Zhao Ming needs to refit, definitely. All that he has are 3 crane gunners, so yep. But he's mostly a melee lord. I don't know about the 2 war drums, because they have been changed since I elaborated this one, so maybe just 1 would be nice, and I'll get another crane gunner there. And then Quli is completed, and Lida needs refit, and Mingfan needs to refit as well. So as in they're gonna have this sort of armies. That's the armies that I'm thinking, as well as Rangji. Notice that there's no infantry, there's no missile infantry or anything here, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to recruit some units so there. Likely I'll just delete it later on, but it's not ideal, that's the problem. So June 2, let's go for the mysterious island. Oh, there's not even a battle. Okay. Favorable winds. I guess that's fine. Some treasury. It's fine too. I want to attack this camp here, so I'm gonna go over to Port River. Oh, hold on. If I select to Port River, actually it's faster going this way. Okay. Let me put the speed stance there, the forced march. There we go. I barely can land. That's sad. Now, this is a Yang province, that's for sure. That's exactly what I want for it. And all the other provinces that are in Yin, because they reached tier 3, are now supposed to go for balance. So I should change things up so that I can actually reach that. Oh, it turns up as... Yeah, it doesn't affect the growth, actually. It should give them. That's because I was waiting too long for Swamp Town. I need Monument of the Moon, really. I need to betray the New World colonies. I wasn't expecting that. I should have left Mazamundi attacking them, but the opportunity presented itself, so yeah. Isthmus of Lustria, again, another one that has reached tier 3, and now the growth is more... It's difficult to grow Hexotl to a higher tier, so I'm gonna try to balance it out, the Yin and the Yang, a little bit, just so that I can... So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. I think that's the balance. Apologies, guys. Ishmus Coast again. Let's go for tier 3 there. And we have the money. That's decent. So from going for Yin and Yang just for that growth, I'm gonna go for the balanced, and that's also gonna help out a ton with the research, because I'm losing research points here. You know, research rate -8. It's a lot. So I never know whether just to keep it balanced or not, but I tried going for growth. It seems to work, but I would have to do a balanced build, you know, with just some yin yang to test. So, what we have here. I can get some Onyx Crowman, and I think... Well, I wanted to waste one of the stone from Matters of the State. I want to use that mechanic so that I can start growing the other one. So, I think that's what I should do. Leader of men. Yeah... Do I want more Onyx Crowman? I honestly only wanted 4 for that army. So do I want just some other units? Because Kugath is approaching, by the way. That's the problem. These are too expensive for what they produce. I think I would rather have... Do I have anyone producing those? I don't think so. There's no Astromancer here. Oh, this is all the same province, but there's no Astromancer here, so there's no tier 3. I have an alchemist here, that's cool. So strategist or martial artist or inured. I think let's get inured. Very well. I could get some outpost units, but it's kind of sad that I don't have, you know, artillery, for instance. Some Hellstorms would be nice. Yeah, those Outriders could be a good idea too. 4 Outriders would be nice. But still, the Outriders with the rockets, you know. But still, I think for now it's good. I think I'll just get some Jade units to complement and then delete them. And in terms of over here, so I could get supply line operations to Zhaoming. Enable replenishment. Because of the replenishment in foreign territory, it would kind of help him out keeping, you know, perform. Yeah, there we go. Because the reason is to start getting the stone there instead of the steel, so that I can get the one that provides the rush construction. Rush construction is really, really good, actually. So I've assigned more skills. Typically, as I've shown you how I do things, it's very easy actually to get them all, get the skills, you know, to synergize with what you want. So I had a gift from Zinch there, as you saw, some movement range reduction, some damage reduction. So I gotta be careful against village. And Kugath is attacking here. I think they are gonna go over to Qiang camp. I hope that's the idea. But I need some halberds. I need some halberds to be able to defend there. Hold on. Select him again. There we go. And Ming Fan. Let's help out against Li Zhu. I love these names, actually. Let's go, Zhao Ming. And that's actually a decisive victory without any casualties, right? Yep, let's do for it. Occupy. And the Green Guardian, the Terracotta Sentinel. So that army is going to get some Terracotta Sentinels. Might as well get the Green Guardian. So yeah. He does have, let me show you the unit. He does have the magic, not the magic, the missile mirror in an area, basically, which is really cool. So he can go in solo, dive into the enemy missiles, and suddenly they're all failing their missiles, actually. Let's get Alchemic Mortar. That's for less construction costs and less construction time, which is actually quite good. And overall, over here, they attacked me, actually. It was a much easier battle. Not even worth to mention it. There's going to be a rebellion here, which is just going to help out towards getting even more stone fragments. So what can I get? I definitely will get Wind Harmony and Range Discipline at one point, but for now something more streamlined, like hit points. And you, I want to go for the Comet of Cassandra. There we go. So there's likely going to be a rebellion over here, because it's usually at the capital, by the way, if you don't know. Rebellions are usually at the capital if you own it, and if you don't own it, there's a chance that they will go for a minor settlement. But these take 7 turns, because this is a conjunction. This province has half mountains, which are not uninhabitable, they are unpleasant, and then I have uninhabitable. So that's a bit of a problem, but we'll work it out. Yeah, it's going -13 with the climate -9, so that is -3 control per settlement. So the biggest settlement provinces are a problem, you know. I wish there was something lawfully to deny this, like maybe if you keep yin and yang balanced, it will thwart the effects of poor climate. You know, that sort of idea would be so nice to see in the game, so that you have at least some way. Right now, climate is one of those things that really you need to encamp, and that's it. But you don't get anything to get more income from the places, or, you know, to kind of thwart the climate itself. It's like a very... It's not like corruption where you can interfere. No, you cannot do anything concerning the climate once the game starts, really. And I think that it should be more interactive in this case. We're earning 6,000, actually. That's all of those balanced out coming in together. And I'm going to try to keep this province balanced out as well. It's likely to have some rebellions, but oh well. Okay, let's give him some more. What do I want to give him? I'm checking for the army composition. Definitely Eastern Fires is one. Or Stone Gaze. I actually think Stone Gaze would be better at this point. Yeah, because I have... It helps the flyer unit that I can get. Then I can just go in and refit Zhao Ming after dealing with Lokir. Let's go Titanic Impact. It's definitely a nice ability. And you have Enchanted Metallurgy for Flaming, Poison and Piercing. Basically, Flaming gives fire damage and a basic improvement to damage. Piercing gives more armor piercing damage, and Poison gives poison, of course. So all of them give a small bonus to damage, so that's fine. Shiwu would be last, and I'm thinking by the positioning of the armies from the Golden Order, they are actually going to capture those provinces, so that's a shame. But still, it's good to see that the allies, let's say, or the other factions are doing great in this fight. Let's go Yu-He and diplomacy. Do I have anything here to do? Shaktooth, I'm gonna destroy them, so I don't want that. Let's get military access. Do I get a defensive alliance? Yes, why not? Why not? It's mostly of his money. It's interesting to see Kemmler there. So Kemmler is actually doing well. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that I got some treaties with the New World colonies, because I'll have to betray them later on. I'm thinking maybe I'll betray them immediately thereafter, but I don't know. I don't want to have my reliability tank too hard, you know? And too fast. So buildings again. It's difficult to know precisely what's causing here the two Ying. I believe this is characters, right? Nope, it's just the buildings, 2 yin, but it's not exactly working because there's 1, 2, 3 yang, 4, soon 4 to be, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 yin. So there must be some mistake, like maybe the buildings under construction don't have. Okay. Compass is close. In one turn, I'll be able to go for a different direction. Over here, Juntu is finally going to delete this camp. That's actually important because he's raiding me all the time. And I no longer need the mercenaries, so... yeah, let's go. Let's eliminate that. And then I'll get a second army that will get all the units here from this guy, except the ones that I want. I should have fought this battle, actually. It would have been much better than auto-resolving, because this episode, unfortunately, won't have battles. And that's a problem. Apologies, it's going to be more of an episode about how to handle the campaign map instead of that. I hope that that is enjoyable to you. So, what do I want here? Eyes in the Sky feels nice, but it's only for Sky Lanterns. I'm not planning to have those. And recruit rank for Cathaian bow units. How many am I going to recruit? So maybe just getting the ammunition. Yeah, maybe that's better. Although I'm going to be recruiting those units, so who knows? Who knows? Okay, over here, the same idea. All of this is just very cheap, very easy battles. And Kislev is about to actually get Starpel's lair, so I have to move fast. Yeah, gonna attack this. I should have imbued my hero, but I didn't know if it would cause me to lose the movement points that allow me to get to Scarpel's lair, so I decided to attack. I didn't want to risk it. Let's go. That's an easy, very easy auto-resolve. I mean, oh, even one Jade Lion nearly died. Oof. Faction destroyed the Cult of Pleasure. So, yep, This is episode 13 and already some nice developments. Actually, a lot of the initial enemies are destroyed and I've made good progress. So, I think I'll want to stand your ground. Yeah. Then I can focus on his magic, actually. Let's go control, or do I want less corruption? I don't think so. I think I won't need it. What else? It's a yin place, so 1 yang, 2, 3 yangs, and 1, 2 yins. There must be some other effect happening here. Really, there must be some effect. I think on the heroes and lords, it has to be. That isn't perceptive there. Like this guy being yin, likely. Yeah, it has to. It has to be affecting the provinces. So overall, all that I'll think is the buildings. You know. So let's go yang. I can always, you know, change and swap, and that's fine. The cost in swapping, it's perfectly okay.
The dragon blooded.
Okay. That costs 5,000. Yeah, that's the problem with those places. There's nothing here that tells me that the climate is poor, other than checking the costs. And that's a big problem, because sometimes you won't notice that you're actually spending a lot more money than you should, you know? So that's one thing, pro tip of the day, really be aware of the costs of the buildings. If it just doesn't sound right, likely you have the climate restrictions. Or just go and straight up check here by income, for instance. If you check by income, usually the places that have more income are the ones with better climate. And then you can just improve those and give priority to those. Or at least if they are providing income, that means that the province is, you know, good for it. You know, maybe it has, like the Dragon Isles, for instance, are one of the ones that have a lot of gold coming in. So, yeah, maybe that's the sort of thought process that you can have.
We have dragons.
Whatever you have, we have dragons.
We are Cathy's true bastion.
Let's go. So Lead Temple, I believe it has a specific one that's really cool. Faction-wide control +5. Okay. And the corruption. This just solves a lot of issues. So I'm going to get as much growth as I can. Yeah. And that's going to be the place that I'm actually going to rush when I have when I'm building up. Yeah, let's get growth. At least I'm going to keep it on yin for now. Apologies, guys. I'm a little bit under the weather. But yeah, I'm thinking that's a good place to actually rush all buildings, so that I can get that 5 control as soon as possible, you know. So, yeah, village is a problem, but he's likely going to be dealt with by Yao Ming. I mean, even my poor armies feel like they can defeat them, so... Yeah, even this peasant army likely will do the damage that is needed. So I just want to make sure that I capture the Shrine of the Alchemist to get the full province. So I'm gonna force march. They don't seem to be able to attack me. I gotta be careful with the greenskins. I'm still unsure how they haven't been attacking me. You know, how they haven't attacked me, because we are neighbors now. They hate me. You know, I'm not exactly well protected there. So yeah, at least for now, we're earning quite a considerable amount of money. 12k is quite considerable. Let me check diplomacy to see if I can get some gold. I didn't want to get an aggro pact with Tals in there, but I guess I'll just grab anything that allows me to have at least some gold to build up some units. Yeah, even you.
Long
There we go. Anything else? Can get a defensive alliance. Okay, you have two, so have two settlements. You grew from one, so you're fighting back. At least that's the progress. So,
instrument of
what
the
can you
divine.
get? Crane gunners or jade? Well, I could get one jade, or I can get two iron hail gunners. I think this is much better. They don't have a lot of range, and I could delete those flyers if he attacks. And hopefully, is he at war? I thought initially that they were coming in for the Golden Order. He doesn't have any wars. I hate this. When an AI dislikes you as much, and they are neighbors with you, they'll declare war. You know, I'm lucky that they actually aren't neighbors yet. But yeah, I gotta be careful with the control issues. I wish I had that -5, that +5 control issues, because then the campaign would be like very hard and not legendary. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Sorry about the lack of battles. Bye bye.